preliminary documents that we have to get ready for them. And right in that document is one of the highlighted areas, officer safety. Why do we do things? Why do we get things into the computer? Why do we have to get it in there in minutes instead of hours? Years ago, stolen car would get reported. You'd have to go through a whole mechanism in order before anybody saw that it was actually stolen. Now, we're held to time constraints because when the car is stopped by another agency or one of our officers, the bad guy that's in the car, that's in the stolen car, he knows the car is stolen. The officer that's stopping him, though, maybe stopping him because the taillight's out, there's a broken headlight, or something like that. He doesn't know this car is stolen in the past. So we have to get that information in there quickly for their safety. All right, and that's the purposes behind this technology. I can't imagine what these young recruits are going to see in about 25 years. It's going to be far different from what you'll see from us today. Next slide. So we have the new website. I'm sorry, that was the last slide. We have the new website that we did in conjunction with the city. It's a lot more informative, gives you information. You can sign up for the Plainfield Mass Communication System, the Nixle. It gives you information about our body cameras, and a lot of information that we didn't have in the past on our website. We started our CCTV program. Right? We've installed 30 cameras during this initial phase throughout the city. They're in the downtown area and in our hot spots. These cameras have a monitoring center downstairs. See Sergeant Goldstein in charge of it. That's the room and the monitors for the cameras. You'll see a mapping system in one of the center screens. And that tells him where the cameras are, also tells him events that are coming in. You make a 911 phone call to the city of Plainfield, it shows up on that map. And the reason for that is for that speed. All right? You can't wait for somebody to say, well, you know, I think there's a problem down here at Roosevelt front. As soon as the call starts coming in, it pops up on the screen. If you have a camera in that area, you want to start looking at that area to see if there's something that you can report to the officers that are responding to them, to give them that information that they need to remain safe. Right. Vehicle tracking. Our cars that have the newer computers, our newest cars of the fleet have vehicle tracking in it. You see a little police car on the map. So those are various locations that the cars are located. You'll see them moving on our screens at headquarters. The cars will be moving on there. You'll know their speed, you'll know where they're at, you know what the closest car to a call is. And as we evolve, I believe there's a capital program moving right now. There'll be new vehicles. Those have new cars and new computers in them, and they'll have the vehicle tracking added to them as we upgrade the fleet. Next slide. Recently, we upgraded our 911 phone system so that when you call into the city, this is a screen that our dispatchers see. It gives them that information. It gives them your name, your address. If you have a cell phone, it gives your location. They have another screen that the location maps to, so they can see the cell phone on the map. They can, and if the cell phone is moving, they can track that movement on the cell phone. So it gives them a lot of information. We have a lot of statistical background information now. We're going to be able to tell internally, before we would get audited by the state, they want to make sure that your phone calls are answered in under 10 seconds. Well, now we know what dispatchers' time periods are, how many calls they're doing, so there's a lot of background information that's available through the new phone system. Next. Just recently, we as part of some of our upgrades, we had to rewire our building. We added phone wiring, we added new computer wiring, and I'll get to that later on. But the new phone system, this is something we've been looking for a long time.